everyone, this is Rachel and I'm here with another process video. Today I'm using my scrap room kit from July, the double shot kit. This one is the Fancy Pants Millie and June line, and I'm going to start off by matting my photo with this gold and white stripe paper. Now because this is a horizontal stripe, I am going to make the mat larger than I normally would. I find that unless it's a diagonal stripe, with striped paper you have to go a little bit larger, otherwise it doesn't look like striped paper, or to my eye it just doesn't look right. This paper is called Our Garden, and it's actually for the other side of the paper, which is a floral piece, but I am using this side, and this paper is gorgeous. It is so shiny in real life. Oh, I love it. Now I'm going to take this plaid piece of paper, and I'm just going to cut out that circle, and it's called My BFF, and I'm just going to do that so to get the usable pieces without the circle piece that I cut out there. Now, once I get this done, I'm going to go ahead and I'd been debating back and forth as to whether use some mixed media on this layout, and I decided to go ahead and do it. So I grab my shimmers textures in patina, and then I also grab this mini tag stencil from Tim Holtz, and it's just a geometric pattern. I don't remember, hang on, let me see if I've got it right here. I don't know where it is. I think it's number 13, but don't quote me on that. Oh, wait, here it is. Yes, it is set 13. So I'm going to use that and the textures. The textures are very similar to the Dazzlers, except they're still shiny, but they have a little bit of grit in them, so they're not as shiny as the Dazzlers. They do, however, take just as long to dry as the Dazzlers do, which is much, much longer than any regular texture paste that I use does. Now, while my texture paste is drying, I'm going to go ahead and just use what I have in the sizes they already are to create a layered look for my photo. Now, I'm using different sides of the same paper. My kit came with 3 different papers. That dark pink one, which has the hearts on the other side. That plaid one, which has... No, I'm only using 2 papers. I'm sorry. That plaid one actually has that dark pink on the other side. I am losing my mind, people. Okay. So, and then that gold stripe one, which has the floral on the other side. I really like the way this looked first time out, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue it all together so that once my background paper is dry, I can just go ahead and glue that right to the paper and be all set with it. So yay! I always like it when it comes together the first time. You know, sometimes you do it and you're like, no, this doesn't look good. Try this. No, this doesn't look good. And you're like, and then when I look back and I watch the video, I'm like, oh my gosh, the first time it looked totally fine. What is wrong with you? But this one turned around the first time, and I was super happy with it. Once I get that the way I look and I see I like it, although I really wish I'd spread out those 2 texture paste pieces so I could see more of it, but hey, that happens all the time. Now I'm going to grab this handmade embellishment. This was not handmade by me. It was handmade by a friend of mine. We, as a group, did a whole bunch of handmade embellishment swap, so that way we all made like around 12 of the same embellishments, and then we all mailed them to one person who split them all up, so we got 1 or 2 of each kind of embellishment. So I'm using that as my journaling. I'm just writing about, this is, oh, hello Xanthi, it's so nice to see you again. And I'm just writing about, this is my niece's 5th grade social. So I'm just writing about how they had bounce houses, and they had a lot of fun, they had music, and all the kids had a great time. And then I just used one of my roller date stamps to stamp something like, this is cool, or so much fun, or something along those lines. And that's what I'm going to use as my journaling. So now it is time to move on to my title, and I have named this very aptly 5th grade social. I know you guys are shocked at the astuteness of my title. So these are Jelly Bean Soup. And I don't remember what they're called, but they're chipboard alphas that you have to glue on yourself. There isn't a glue on the back. They're wonderful, but they came with how many alphas they have on the back, and you have to be really careful about marking them off, or you will never, ever know how many of each letter you have left. So my textures has finally dried, so I go ahead and I glue my photo layer of papers and photos down. And now I'm just going to go ahead and place that journaling pocket where I think I want it, and then the title right above it. And I very luckily had all of my letters. This pink one I've used a couple of times with this kit, and then a couple of times with some like previous to this. So I'm getting down to where I don't have any more vowels. So I'm getting down to where I'm not going to be able to use this very much. It does have both upper and lowercase, but I don't have the vowels in both the uppercase and the lowercase. I think I have maybe a couple of O's. Now, to write the TH part of fifth, I do pull out these LE Studio Alphas, and that's all I use of them. I love those. I have probably 14 or 15 different packages. I just think they're the perfect size for just having a smaller but not tiny alpha. All right, I have that poolside embellishment pack, and I pull out a little flag tag that says smile, and then two little enamel dots. I knew I'd get the word right at some point. And then I pull out these glitter stars, and these are from Heidi Splott. They're just from Michaels, so they're not part of a specific line, they're just from Michaels. And now I'm going through the embellishments I pulled from my stash in that little envelope. That's a wood veneer and flare and some acrylic pieces and some chipboard pieces. And I pull out the camera, heart, and that scalloped border piece all in my wood veneer. And I'm also going to pull out some die cuts from the Millie and June collection, and this actually came with my double shot kit. Now, these die cuts definitely have a theme of Mother's Day, grandmother stuff, and some sister stuff, so I'm not going to be able to use it all on the layouts I'm using. Plus, there are like, I kid you not, like 70 or 80 of these pieces in this kit, so I wouldn't be able to use them all anyways. But I do have several. Oh, thank you, Sadie. Awesome. I do have several that I use here. A lot of the hearts, some florals, that piece that says hello gorgeous, and I'm just making sure to pull a color from the paper to each of the embellishment clusters. So they all have that dark purple, they all have both the light pink and the dark pink, that aqua, and then every cluster has some gold in it. And that's always very important to me with my embellishment clusters, that I manage to pull all the colors so your eye goes like from place to place along your page. Now, once I get those all glued down, I'm going to add 3 brads to each of my embellishment clusters. These are from My Mind's Eye cut and paste, so they're several years old. I got mine part of a Peachy Cheap deal, and I was very super excited to use them because I have a lot of them in my stash. Once I finish adding all of those, I am going to add some Heidi Splott Color Shine in gold to all 3 of my embellishment clusters, and you are going to see me make a little mishap, which makes me very happy that I covered my photo, because I do manage to drip a big gold drip, what would have been on my, oh, see, there it is. I would have gotten that all over my layout. All right, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. Please leave a thumbs up if you can. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and for being a part of my YouTube channel. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.